Hello Sagittarius, hello my fire family. Elsie here to do a bonus read for you, my friends. Just coming by here to drop a reading for you on a Sunday and say thank you so much for all the ways you've been supporting the channel, being in the comments. Thank you for your thumbs up. I do appreciate the ways you love me here. And I've just come here to do a bonus read. So Sag, if you've been here before, you will know that when I do a bonus read is for the current energy of the future. I'm not reading for the past. And let's figure it out. Let's find out what's going on for Sagittarius coming up. Now, this could be a reading that may resonate with you today, but it could be today, tomorrow, or next year. Look, my readings have been known to take place in 2 years from now, so take it as it resonates for you, friends. All right, tell me about Sagittarius. Sag, I am your Saggy sister. Sag is in my rising, which is kind of lovely because being a Taurus sun is pretty serious business. Tell me about Sag. What do we need to know about Sagittarius, please? Ooh, something here is a challenging situation. More, please. One more. All right, 2 more. So we've got a challenging situation, Sag. I feel like you're holding on to something that you don't want to let go of. It feels like that there is something that's coming to an end, whether you want it to come to an end or not, and it's going to be challenging. You're not going to want to let it go. We do have the Queen of Wands energy. You don't want to let it go because there's still fire here between you and someone else. Look, it almost feels like the Queen of Wands is pulling away from the Death card. And this is Sagittarius energy, right? This is, well, of course, we're in a general reading, so it is Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. But I feel like, I always see because her dress is the way it is, it feels like that there's the winds at her face, or she's really moving quickly into the future. And I feel like what you're trying to do is get away from this death energy here. Because I feel like you've been through some sort of transformation which made you glow up, but it also feels like it was a really challenging time of things that you didn't want to let go of. But I feel like you've decided that you need to let go of it because the Ace of Cups is here. You are headed into the future looking for new love, looking for something new. A brand new situation here. I feel like what was in the past here is, it feels like you were fighting to keep it. And it might be because you felt like there was nothing waiting for you in the future. Sometimes we have this default of running this hamster wheel because we feel like there's nothing in the future for us. We keep recycling the old relationship, the old friendship, and I feel like you were fighting to keep it. And I think that's what the challenge is. That's why the Death card came out on its side. But I feel like it feels like you finally let go and you're moving into the future here. Tell me more about Sag. Tell me more about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag. All right. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Gosh, I feel, Sag, that whatever it is you didn't want to let go of, I feel like it kept you there for years. I feel like for years you were in the situation of trying to let somebody, something, a situation, a job, a person, a member of the family, whoever it was, you were trying to let it go, but you were fighting to keep it in your life. And I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is, gives us sort of evidence of that. The Knight of Pentacles being in the reverse is, not putting any energy into it. I'm not putting any energy into moving forward. And it's being stuck. It's being, like, the Knight of Pentacles moves really slow, but when the Knight of Pentacles is in the reverse, stopped moving, got off the horse, sat down on the ground. And I feel like the 5 of Pentacles tells me that the reason that you held on to whatever you were holding on to for so long is because you didn't want to have to experience the 5 of Pentacles. It's the reason why a lot of people still talk to toxic family members, still end up in the relationship that they're in, or they keep going back and doing the same cycle over again because it's like, I don't want to be alone. But I think that with this glow up here and the confidence, because the Queen of Wands coming out as the second card here, the Queen of Wands is very confident, very independent. This is somebody who has, all the things that have come to kill her only made her stronger. She's in a growth spurt here. She's opening her heart, opening herself, and she's got this wand behind her here, but you can see that her chest is pushed forward. She's like, I'm just going to keep moving forward, and I'm going to keep growing, keep staying open. We've got the sunflower that is open here, so I feel like you're staying open to whatever does come. But I feel like the reason that it took so long for you to get to this place right here is because you didn't want to let go of whatever was in the past, but you had to let it die. Look, we've got the World card, and it's something that I feel that you feel now that it's behind you, because it's behind the Queen of Wands. Now that it's behind you here, I feel like you now understand the achievement or the milestone that you've come to. This has been like a really big deal, something that you got over. And I feel like it was a fight of the mind, though. I don't feel like it's like you didn't feel like you were worthy and all of that stuff. I feel like you were fighting your mind. And your mind was telling you, there's lack here. You're going to be alone, Sagittarius. Nobody's going to want you, Sag. You're going to be on the outside looking in. You're going to have to beg for love. Like, I feel like that's sort of what was going on in the mind. It was a bunch of lack. But I think you stopped it. I think that you're like, no, I'm not going to do this to myself anymore. Tell me about the Queen of Wands, please. Tell me what I need to know about the Queen of Wands. We do have the Three of Swords. That's what you're doing. I feel like you decided that you needed to just get the heck out of Dodge here. Like the Three of Swords was looming. And I feel like that's what you couldn't let go of. You knew that, a lot of people don't want to get into the Three of Swords. So that's why they keep doing the loop. They keep going back because it feels good for a short bit of time. But then the Three of Swords is here. It's going to happen, right? When this thing ends, eventually, it's going to happen. So I feel like with the Three of Swords here that you are, it feels like the Queen of Swords the Queen of Wands is leaving the Three of Swords, because I see her as moving off into the future with the Ace of Cups. So I feel like it's something that you're leaving behind here. We do have the Magician, and you did it through manifestation. I love it. Look, you manifested yourself into this great Queen of Wands. Somebody who's sitting on the throne, independent. Somebody who is like an entrepreneur, or is just going out to get what they want. I don't really care what they say back there anymore. I'm just going to do what I want when I want to do it. Let them think what they're going to think. And then we have the Ace of Wands. I feel like this becomes a thing that you tell people. And I feel like you're about to, walk into a new season. I feel like it's here right now, Sag. I feel like that you've already walked into some sort of new cycle or new beginning here. Maybe some of you don't realize it. Maybe some of you do. But I feel like if you realize it, it's because things are going a lot easier for you. And you're now making up your own mind. You're no longer dragged to the past by whatever memories you had. You're now moving forward with the Ace of Swords, clarity, triumph. It's all about me. And the Ace of Cups, right? There's something waiting in the future for you here, Sag. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles. There is something that is new here. The Page of Pentacles is like putting a little bit of effort into it, right? I feel like there was no way that you could move forward to the Ace of Cups and put a little bit of effort into that without the Death card being here. But the Seven of Cups, you're no longer confused. It feels like the overwhelm of beginning again, I want to say, is something that you've decided to disconnect from. We've got Seven of Cups and the Ace of Cups, which is 8. You've finally emotionally disconnected from not feeling enough. This lack here, right? That you were fighting in the mind. And so I feel like the Page of Pentacles is telling me that all it took was a little bit of effort for you to change your mind. One more. We have the Four of Pentacles. So I want to say that in order for you to be able to fully enjoy the Ace of Cups and the new cycle that's here, that you're going to have to learn how to be a little bit more vulnerable. Now, I understand that after going through some sort of really hard ending and going through this lack of whatever this was, I feel like it's left you not really opening yourself up, like playing it safe, I want to say. The Four of Pentacles is shut down, shut off. I'm being miserly. She's hiding money and keys. There's a key here. She's hiding under her cape, and there's a house in the background, and it's like she's gone off with this box of pentacles here, and she doesn't want anybody to know that she's got it. So I feel like you're still in this place of feeling a little bit in lack here with the 4 and the 1 pentacle, but I feel like you're ready to open just a little bit, I want to say, because she's kind of opening this box of pentacles just a little bit. It's very overwhelming, I want to say. Having a new beginning here is kind of very overwhelming for you. Now, whenever I see 2 5s in a reading, when 1 5 comes up, it's lack. 5s are always lack. But when 2-5 show up for me, it's like something is about to change quickly. So I feel like once you realize that you could change your mind and that something new was coming, you changed your mind quickly. You stopped fighting your mind. You stopped feeling on the outside looking in. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles, please. We've got the Page of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. So you've decided, you know what? It's boring sitting at home. I don't want to stay in this place where I'm stuck. It feels like the Ten of Wands is telling me that it's time for you to drop the burdens and the boredom. And I want to say that it's your decision, right? The Page of Wands is here. And I feel like with these 2 wands that you're preparing to move forward towards something in the future here. How do you get out of this place of being stuck? Feels like you go on this new path here with the Page of Wands. It almost feels like you're back to this sort of childlike energy, having fun, being silly, right? Being on the swing set at night. Like it feels like that sort of energy that you've come alive again. You sort of opened up. We've got the Five of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Star. You're now hopeful again. I like it. You're being super honest with yourself. You realize that you were holding back, that the reason you couldn't move forward or wasn't moving forward was because you felt like there are 3 5s here now. 555 is definitely quick change, but it feels like somebody had convinced you that there was too much competition out there and none of it, you were never going to have any of it. I feel like you drop these burdens here because you become hopeful. Tell me what this Death card is about. What came to an end? What came to an end is you finally got out of your head. You stopped obsessively thinking about the past. We've got the Queen of Cups. You stopped obsessively thinking about a love connection from the past. Bravo. King of Wands, you finally felt inspired to move forward. You've realized that not every soulmate that you meet is a person you should be with. Soulmates can be karmic, friends. Soulmates can show up having not done any of the work. So whether or not they're a soulmate, does it really matter at that point? You're just going to let them crash and burn your life. I feel like you left a soulmate in the past. Knowing it was somebody who was like you, though. I think that you two met in fire, it began in fire, and it fizzled out. I feel like you had balance there for a short amount of time, and then you realized that, fire burns out. I feel like you just had to move forward here. But I feel like this person did a number on you. I want to say that it does feel like they made you feel in lack, like you weren't enough, couldn't have enough, made you feel like you couldn't speak up for yourself. I feel like you are speaking up for yourself now. What's coming in the future here for Sagittarius? Wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups is here. I feel like for a while, Sagittarius, you're going to be happy and single. I feel like you're not jumping into anything right away, but I do feel like there are 2 cycles opening for you here. One of maybe meeting new people, new communication, triumph, sort of clarity that you're getting, and a new love is coming, I do believe, because we do have now the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So it does feel like you're going to be single and happy for a while, possibly some of you for 9 or 10 months. I feel like the universe is like giving you time to be by yourself so you can continue to love on yourself, because the only way for you to battle against people who would try and take advantage of you is by having self-esteem, and it comes with self-love and self-care. So I feel like you are about to meet somebody new, somebody who would fit into the category of wish fulfillment for you. So start making your list. Figure out what it is that you want on your list, and you got to be those things in order to attract those things. I feel like you are attracting someone just as you are. They could be someone who is a Leo. We do have strength here. So I feel like you're going to have the courage to date again. Your person could be a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius, a Leo. This person could be Gemini or Aries, possibly. I really love this because it shows me here that you realize that you could just get yourself out of the 3 of Swords just simply by manifesting. Realization, talking to yourself. Look, I feel like you were talking to yourself. No, you can't do that. You can't go back there. I feel like you talked yourself right into a new beginning, friend. And I feel like it's here right now. Like, I don't think that I feel like sometimes we think that the new chapter or the new, like, we go from the World card to the Fool, and we feel like it's supposed to be some great fanfare. Like, oh, we're going to know. Like, sometimes you don't know it's the new chapter until you step into it. And I feel like you're about to step into it. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it's your decision to step into it because it's time for victory in love. Look at that. It's time. You've been in this energy of the Hanged Man for too long. It feels like you were holding back, you were on pause, trying to get perspective, and I feel like you got perspective. I feel like there is new love coming in the future for you, friend. I'm going to leave that right here, right now for you, Sagittarius. Bravo. Look at that glow up. Good for you. I'm going to go for now. Thanks, Sag, for being here and watching. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Happy Sunday. Bye-bye.